This, I've
cardiometabolic.
been unfortunate to not been able to make it during all the past invitations of ADA with me. Now, topic is subject, and I am going to calling diseases are a group of common, but on the top of obesity, what we mean on surrogate measures, which is now considered as imprecise term because it is defined as, or ABCD is the new term proposed by the, it explicitly identifies obesity as a chronic disease. This has been adopted by most of the organizations. We know that it is associated with a number of comorbidities and complications. And we had estimation of number of people answered from Dr. Mohan's group, and study is the high prevalence of obesity. Which you written? Yeah, and the number is factored more than 101 million people living with type 2 diabetes. Another interesting thing is that we have very high prevalence of obesity in India now, and almost 30% of the adult population is obese, and there is higher number in the urban population as compared to the rural population. Now, another interesting thing is that we have, and two are so commonly seen together. The term diabesity was coined way back in 1973, and for every 1 kilogram gain in weight, there is 4.5% risk in the increase in the. Now, this slide shows that as the coronary artery disease, and partly it is due to the strong. As the BMI starts going, can you see the cursor? Anemia all goes on increasing. And these three are the most important core determinants for increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. So obesity, especially the visceral obesity, causes insulin resistance and is associated with dyslipidemia, hypertension, abnormal glucose metabolism, and diabetes. Obesity contributes directly to the incident cardiovascular. If you look at the 26-year incidence of coronary as well as coronary artery disease mortality. This is the follow-up of almost 20 years, and they look at the risk of CVD mortality in relation to BMI. Again, showed that as the BMI starts going up, there is increased risk in the cardiovascular mortality. Now, all these figures, you looked at the association of body mass. People who had normal body mass index, the hazard ratio of getting cardiovascular. Whenever there is excess energy that we have, it is largely stored at triglycerides in the adipose tissue or wide adipose tissue. And these triglycerides are released during the time of need whenever one is exercising or fasting or starving. But there is a limit up to which the wide adipose tissue can store fat. And it stores fat by two methods. One by increasing the number of white cells, that is the hyperplasia, and second is increasing the size of white cells, adipose tissues, adipocytes, which is hypertrophy. Now, once there is increase in the size of adipocytes, that means there is accumulation of more fat inside every adipocyte. There is increased stress within the cell, which leads to inflammation and formation of free radicals. And these adipocytes become dysfunctional. So there are two ways you are storing excess fat. One is storage within the same number of adipocytes, leading to inflammation, leading to spillage of free fatty acids and development of insulin resistance.